Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish, and my Etsy shop is fairyrosecottage.etsy.com. This is Sunday, and honestly, hold on just a second. I'm trying to find the princess binder. Here it is. Yes. This week it was a rough week. Easter started it. It was a hard day for me. I did not anticipate it was going to be, I knew it was going to be different without Scott. And last Easter, my mom was here also. And and then my brother and I always compare the rolls that we make for our families for Easter. And so it was rough with those 3 people gone. My husband had said a couple of months before he died, we were going through this Tell Us Your Story, Dad, that my daughter had, a book that my daughter had requested my husband fill out. And so I would ask him questions at nighttime while we were watching TV, and then he would answer them and I'd write them down, because by that point, the cancer in his brain was causing difficulty with him concentrating to write. One of the things was, what is your favorite holiday? And he said, oh, probably Christmas. And I said, really? And he said, well, really, my favorite holiday is a Mormon holiday. And he meant nothing by that for anyone here that is Mormon. We believe that people should live and let live. And what he meant by it was they don't celebrate a lot of holidays like we do. And my husband was not a fan of holidays. And I have to tell you, it made me laugh when he said it, because it truly is the kind of holiday he would have enjoyed. He did not like the hubbub of holidays. He understood the reason for them, like the reason for the season and all that stuff. And he remembered them. He always remembered my birthday. He always remembered our anniversary. He was a little bit shaky on Valentine's Day. Every year he'd have to say, so what does Valentine's Day, what date is it this year? He never quite got it. Was always February 14th. And he did not like celebrating them. And he fell short with me on celebrations lots of times. I wanted that box of Valentine's Day chocolates. I did not get that box of Valentine's Day chocolates. And so that night we were talking when he said that. And I said, yeah, see, I didn't think you liked holidays. And he said, and you need to remember that, Denise. Do not romanticize the holidays with me. In other words, what he was saying was, he didn't use the word romanticizing. That's my word. But what he was saying was, when I'm gone, don't sit and cry because we're not enjoying the holiday together, because I didn't enjoy them anyway. But we did enjoy them together. It was hard for him, but he still did it, and so Easter was difficult. The week just sort of plummeted. Wednesday was our anniversary, 32 years. If you believe in numbers, Scott passed away on December 23rd. My birthday is February 23rd. Our wedding anniversary is April 23rd. Our grandson was born on August 23rd. And our wedding this year, the anniversary was 32 years, and backwards, that's 23. So Wednesday came. I had plans. My bestie and I were going to do something. We had not solidified what, but I was going to be meeting her at around 1, and she was just going to take care of me for the day, basically. That morning, I decided that I was going to wear my engagement ring. For those of you who don't know, this is my husband's wedding ring, and my wedding ring looks identical to it, but it's smaller and it doesn't fit on my hand real well. Scott's has become a little too big, but mine is just a hair too snug, so it feels uncomfortable. My engagement ring is also a little too snug, and so I decided I was going to wear my wedding ring and my engagement ring on my pinky. And in the back of my head, there was this little voice saying, "That's a really bad idea, Denise." And that little voice was Scott, because over the last year and a half, he has said a few times, "It's not a good idea to wear those, Denise. You're going to lose them and you're going to be upset about it." And so, I tried wearing them a couple of times. He just didn't think it was a good idea. I put them on a necklace chain, and we headed to cancer care one day, and he saw that I had them on. He said, "I don't think that's a good idea either. You're going to lose them." So anyway, I heard in my head, this is not a good idea, but I did it anyway. I proceeded to go out on the deck, and if you know who I am and everything, you know that I have been talking to my husband. I talk just like this to him, just like I'm talking to you. And I hear him in my head. But the other morning I heard loud and clear that he wanted an anniversary gift this year, which he never wanted gifts. We have a jar that says, "Here's the nothing that you asked for," and you open the jar and it's empty, because he always said, "Don't get me anything." So anyway, I had said, I was a little bit irritated the other day, and I was outside and I said, "Scott, you send me a red cardinal twice and no more. What's up with that?" And so the other day, Monday actually, I heard him in my head say, "If you want the red cardinals to come, you're going to have to buy me bird food for our anniversary." So I bought bird food for our anniversary. And that morning, our Wednesday morning on our anniversary, I'd gone outside, had those rings on. I got to the deck, and it's a little tiny itty bitty diamond, and it had twisted around and it was poking into the palm of my hand, because I had bird seed in one arm and a red Solo cup in another to dip the bird seed out, and a pair of scissors and all that stuff. So I went to fix the ring and I took them off, and you guessed it, ping, the engagement ring fell onto the deck and absolutely within seconds disappeared. I mean, just disappeared. So luckily that one of the cameras was on, so it showed where I was standing on the deck. I called my son sobbing, just sobbing. I had looked and looked. I couldn't find it. I was crying so hard. I couldn't see. I couldn't get underneath the deck because the lattice work I would have had to have broken it to get under there. And so he was at a doctor's appointment. He was like, Mom, it's okay. I'm going to find it. I'm coming over to let the dogs out and feed them later while you're gone. And I'm going to find it. And if I don't find it this afternoon, Mario, my son-in-law, will he and I will come out later and look again. We will find it. He said, the good thing is it's not like you were on the beach and you lost it, or, you were out and about and you lost it. We know that it's got to be under the deck. I was a mess, guys. I mean, just a mess. And so I made the decision to go meet Christay, my bestie. But I was like an hour late getting to her. She was going to come to me and we were going to look for the ring together. But she, she's a little bit younger than me, but I'm 62 and I wasn't going to be able to crawl underneath the deck or anything. And so we decided we were going to have our plan. We went out to eat, and then we went to the ocean, which is where Scott and I loved to go all the time. And we went to one of the beaches that we tended to go to quite often. And we found 15 heart-shaped rocks. And all of them but 2 were definite heart shapes. 2 of them questionable, in the eyes of the beholder type heart-shaped rocks. And anyway, in the midst of all that, I get a text from my son. He sends a picture holding my engagement ring. Yay. I will say, after Wednesday, I enjoyed, spending time with my friend, and the ocean was exactly what I needed, even though I was afraid of going, because I hadn't been yet since he passed away. But it felt so good to be there. The next day, I woke up feeling better. Not great, but better. And it's so weird to put so much focus on a day. You want to wake up and say, okay, yeah, it's our anniversary. It's just a day. But that's not what happens when you're grieving. I've come to realize it's not just a day. So anyway, Thursday, Friday were whirlwind days of a lot of stuff that had to get done. And then yesterday I went to a church retreat just for the day. That was very nice. I went with my sister-in-law, who was also grieving. And so it's helpful for us to be together. And then today is Sunday. And the kids were here. We did all kinds of stuff here in the house. My house, every room in it is in some state of disrepair. Honestly, it is a mess here. So after I get off here, I need to clean off my bed. I cleaned out the old dresser that I had. It was nothing to write home about. It's actually could be a beautiful dresser. It is solid wood. It is big. It needs to be refinished and loved and taken care of. It needs new handles and all of that. I've got it down at the end of my driveway, hoping someone will just take it and want it and love it. It was something that was given to us. It wasn't anything that had any meaning to it whatsoever for us. And so with the new bed and nightstands, I also got the matching dresser. And that's coming Tuesday. So I frantically emptied out the old dresser today, threw everything on the bed, and my son-in-law wheeled it down on a dolly down to the end of the driveway. So my bed is a mess. My bedroom is still in disarray because I've been cleaning out the closet. My master bath has to be completely cleaned out because the bathroom job, the gutting of the bathroom, is starting a week from tomorrow. maybe earlier, but it looks like a week from tomorrow. We moved a whole bunch of stuff out of the den where my mom used to sleep when she'd be here, because my sister will be coming in May for my husband's service. And then she'll be coming back in July for my mother's. And then she'll be coming back in August for my brother's. So I wanted a place for her to stay, and it was very claustrophobic in there. Just piles of bins and stuff around the bed. And so they moved all that stuff into my son's bedroom, which was going to be the guest room. So that's all a mess. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is a disaster here. And as you can see, I'm pretty chatty today. We are playing the princess games to save some money. I have $150 here. I am just, slowly moving ahead. Have you seen my memberships? We are going to start going very busy with the memberships. Well, towards the end of this week, I will have, because May 1st is coming, I will have a schedule and all the stuff that will be going on this month. I'll still sneak some things in too. But if you are going to join the membership, now's a great time. You will get a free savings challenge when you join for the month of April. And that has not been given out yet, just for any of you who are already in the membership. I was waiting until the end of April so that I could just send the link to everyone who joined. We are going to start celebrating people's birthdays, and the ones that we do that. The lives are going to be starting. The Facebook group is already up and running. Yep. So that's available, and I've already put out one video that was just for members only, and so it's pretty exciting. I'm very excited to get going on it. We're gonna put 6 and 4. We'll put 10 in there. So there's 5 different memberships, and each one builds on the next one. So everything from the first tier, the second, third, fourth, and fifth tier get, it just keeps building up. Everything from the second tier, the third, fourth, and fifth one get, etc., etc. I think we're going to have a lot of fun, you guys, and it's already a good group. It's a small group, which is fine to start out with, and I may have to tweak the memberships as we go along. I did 5, and maybe 5 was too many, but we'll see. And yeah, so exciting. I'm excited. You can see those if you go to my channel. My page, there's a join button. If you click on the join button, you don't automatically join, just so you know. You click on it, and then it explains all the memberships to you. Let's see. We're going to play Plinko. I have not had caffeine today, because lots of times when I'm so chatty, it's because I've had caffeine. 5. These princess ones, all of these princess ones you see are up in the shop. There is 2 different ways you can purchase the whole book, either as a download that you print off and $4, and do yourself. And you can also purchase the one where I print it off, laminate it, and ship it to you. So yeah, they are up in the shop. You're going to see, hopefully, I really feel like I'm getting my energy, not my energy maybe, but my want to move forward with things. $8, guys. As far as working on savings challenges and such. And I just did a whole bunch of new savings challenges this month. They're all up in the shop, the Dumbo one and the paint the wall and stuff. So those are up there already. But I have a new product line coming out, and I will be showing you that this week, and it should be available by hopefully by the end of the week. So that's exciting. Where are we? Right there. But my energy kind of comes and goes. And so I will, after I'm done this, I'll go and sit down and go, yeah, I'm not getting anything done today. Right? I mean, I'm not the only one that does that, right? You feel like you're going to get stuff done, and then wham, it just doesn't happen. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that how I do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. So, yeah. And I have a lot of different projects here, there, and everywhere. What I'm excited about is so in cleaning out the den, 1, 2. Oh, I still landed on that 7. This is one of my most popular games. Not necessarily Little Mermaid, but like I have an Alice version of it that people just absolutely love. And so this is a fun game. You could do it as a board game. I am actually crossing out as I go, just because that was how I wanted to do it this time. So in the den, it was supposed to be my scrapbook room. And then my mom started coming up from Georgia to stay. In the first 2 summers that she did that, she stayed for 3 months, the whole summer. So she'd stay at my house for 2 weeks and then go to my aunt's for a week, and then come back to mine for 2 weeks and go to my aunt's for a week. I absolutely loved that. And it was difficult too. I mean, you're used to having your own space and everything, and there's your mom, right? But what we did was we put we have a spool bed that was my mother-in-law's in her house, and then she gave it to us, and I can't remember why. We needed it for something. Oh, my daughter Lauren used it for several years. It's a queen or a full-size spool bed. So we kind of crammed that into the den, and I foregoed having a scrapbook room in there. And of course, my son was still living with us at the time, so his bedroom was off limits as far as renovating it into anything. So now the bed is still in the den, but we took all of the bins of photos and scrapbook paper and stuff and put it all in Nate's room. So Nate's room, it's a good size room, and you can't really get into it right now. One step at a time, right? So we did that, or my son-in-law and my son did that today. And so you can get to both sides of the bed now. My mother didn't care. She could get to one side of the bed, and that was fine for her. My sister will feel claustrophobic in there. if it's like it was. My daughter, when she stays over on Saturday nights, wouldn't sleep in there because she felt it was very claustrophobic. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. My grandson, it doesn't seem to bother. So let's do these 4 and 8. 4 and 4 is 8. This is one of my most favorite images. You're going to see something happen with this this month, I hope. So, so now you can get around on both sides of the bed. But I have these white cube shelves. You know, they're like IKEA shelves, but they're the Target ones. And they are chock-a-block full right now of planners and planning stuff and scrapbooks and scrapbook stuff. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I've decided that once I get the bathroom all ready for the contractors, I'm going to go in there and take, I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it might be a 16 cube. 4 across, 4 down. I'm pointing at the one here in the bedroom, in the workroom here. So I'm going to empty it out this will be before my sister gets here, hopefully. And then I'm going to take each shelf in each cube and use it for a project, like my Couch to Disney journal in one, my Bible art journaling stuff in another, my most recent planners in another. So each project has a cube and I can find it because I am forever, this one's all finished. I am forever, so is this one, looking for things. I'm looking for a notebook right now. The first retreat I did, I took notes in a composition book. And I can't find that composition book anywhere. And I want to rewrite the notes into the bullet journal that I have now for it. Anyway, so that's what I'm hoping to do as one of my next projects. Plus, that means I'll go through things, right? I'll go through things, and my family is all about me getting rid of stuff. And I certainly will. I mean, I have a whole car right now, a whole car, the front seat, the back seats, and the trunk are full of stuff to go to the donation center. So before I go any further, this is a D12. I'm rolling a D12 and then putting it in. I have no idea how much I've saved because I haven't been writing it down. So it's another 4. So I certainly am going to get rid of things, but I feel like the more organized I can make things, they won't notice so much that I haven't gotten rid of as much. I don't know. I did, like I said, I've been working really hard this week. All of the stuff that is in the car, and I have an SUV, so it's, it's an Escape. It's pretty big. So all of that stuff, I need $2, is was from my bedroom closet, and it's all my stuff. Scott had already done his. I talked about that before. There was some stuff of Scott's, but because it wasn't taken out when he and the boys cleaned it out, I feel like there was a reason why he wanted me to save it. And so I have. There was a box of shoes, and I did put those to Goodwill, except this morning I looked in it again, and there were 2 pair of sandals. sure they're men's sandals, but they fit me really well, and they're both brand new. Kind of like Crocs, but not. I don't know how to describe them, but I put them on and wore a pair this morning, today for the day, and they really felt good. And they were his because they were in with his other shoes. So I did decide to keep those, but I got rid of some old shoes that were in the box too. But I just decided that if it was left in the closet, there was a reason why he felt the need to hang on to it. And so I'm not going to mess with it right now. There were 2 lava lamps in there, and I will tell you the lava lamp story another day. I hope I remember. I haven't told you it yet. I don't think so. We just finished this, you guys. We're almost, well, we're not almost done the princess book, but we've finished a lot of them. Well, we only have 1, 2, 4. I don't count the Plinko because that's always finished and never finished. And there were 12, so we've done good. Let's see what we have in here. I think this one saved a lot. This, I believe, will all go into my business savings because I need to build that back up, and that the money came from my Etsy shop. So, whoops. Hello, Denise. My kids invited me out to supper, but they were going to eat about an hour ago, and I felt like we just had lunch, so I didn't go. Do you ever, I think that this is a part, this happened to me years ago too, when I was definitely depressed. I actually was taking an antidepressant. I do not feel depressed now. I feel very sad. I mean, let's face it. I feel very sad, but I don't, there's a real difference having been depressed before and feeling sad. There's a real difference for me. But anyway, I have this feeling all the time of wanting to be where I'm not. So if I'm home, I want to be somewhere else. And if I go to that somewhere else, I wish I was at home. So that's how I'm feeling right now about supper. But they've already gone and are done, I'm sure. 25, 30, 35, 40, 55, 60, 65, 70, 85, 90, 95. Wait, did I count that too? Let's see. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Nope. And then I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can bind that 100. I have another busy week coming up, but I do have a better grip on a plan. Let's see. So 100 and then 10 as far as getting my work, my business work done, my videos. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. So, wow, not bad. $134, guys. Nothing to sneeze at. Oh, and then another 20, so $154. Yay! That I didn't expect to finish any today. I will be perfectly honest. So that feels good. Can you guys believe it is the end of the month? That was finishing a challenge. I mean, I have not saved all the money that I had pulled to save for this month. Yeah, I love this game. I will do the princess book again. I'm very excited about it. I may not do all of it together. I may do pieces of it in my game night and things like that. So we have this one and this one and this one and this one left. We're just going to do, we have a bit more. We're just going to go and do a couple of turns in each one until we run out of money. So this one is 2. We're helping Flynn climb the wall, the castle wall. And 3. I am so excited to show you my new product line. I just have to figure out the last of the details. Let's see. We're going to do some heavy hitting on this one. We're going to do this 5 and this 5. So that's 10. I'm going to get rid of all the 5s. I can hear my pal April from the Budgeting Sisters saying, get all the high numbers first. So 15 is going in there. We're going to forego Plinko for a minute. Plinko is the sidekicks, the princess sidekicks. And let's play a little bit of this because really this is going to take a long time. 1, 2, 3 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we'll play in this until we can't. Because I think it will be the one that takes me the longest to finish. 3. We'll do that. 1. And we're starting all over again. And so I'm gonna use a different color. 1, 2. $1. Another 1 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we can get all the way through once. 4, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't think so. There's an 8. This is a high number one. I have some, like Princess Tiana is a lower. I think there's none that are over 5 in it. I think maybe 6. Oh, I think 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Much better. Hey, it's my game. I can play it how I want. It's my money and I want it now. Oh, speaking of it's my money and I want it now. 1, we're going to skip this time. 1, 2, 3. So I am pretty much cleaning out all of my savings challenge savings account. Now, obviously, I think I've talked about this before. I have a few different accounts. And so like the vacation one is in one account. And then the yearlies are in another account, things like that. But my plain account that has holidays and renovations and just all the extra savings stuff. I have to pay for this bathroom. Oh, it's an 8. And my rent, the money I've saved up for renovations is not enough. So I think we're going to stop there on this one. So I am going to have to clean some things out. Right? Whoa. But it is worth it to get my bathroom done. And I will just, I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I think what will happen is I'm going to have to start at square one with a lot of those accounts. It feels better than taking from my emergency accounts. So that's why I'm doing it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's not something, I would not put the bathroom on credit, on a credit card or anything. So, yeah. So I will be, I try to pay, only do what I can afford. But the bathroom is a little more expensive than I thought it was going to be, honestly. So, youch. Okay, folks, that is a wrap on that. Thank you for being here and for listening to me. I hope that you decide to join the membership or one of the memberships and find out what it's all about. If you have questions about it, feel free to ask. And yeah, I'm just excited. All right. I will see you real soon. Thanks, guys. Have a happy Sunday. And as you probably notice, I have been trying to answer comments. And so I've been answering some old ones from about 3 weeks ago right now. I think that's where I'm at, is 3 weeks, but there's even older ones than that. And so you might have posted, it's snowing here, and now it's 3 weeks later and there's no more snow and everything. But I am trying to respond to the comments the best I can. And I enjoy doing that. So it's just, again, it's the whole focus thing for me right now. So, yeah, so keep the comments coming. And please, if you think that this channel would help somebody else, let them know about it. Whether it's about savings challenges or, obviously I've been talking a lot about grief, and, all kinds of things. So you can see my pretty roses from Yvonne. They smell so good every time I walk in here. Every time I walk in here, you can smell roses. It's beautiful. Okay. Happy savings. I love you guys. We'll see you real soon. Bye.